morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss about the monsoon safety precautions. So you know that monsoon it is a rainy seasons coming. So for need to be safety precautions at constructions industry which are going to work and which are already working with a constructions organization. So that times very important to pre-plans regarding the monsoon. This is very helpful to you better planning purpose before rain, that call before rain. So we can do the some things changes in our constructions industry, like that there is many problems. If many problems happen if rain surprising and suddenly rain it will be come. So this is very important to reduce of hazards and reduce of risk and save of human lives and property damage at your constructions project. So today we are discuss about the monsoon safety precautions. This is very important to everyone. If you are working in a safety fields, then you have to know that safety precautions must be taken before rain. So we are going to discuss first step to step. First we have discussed make a plan monsoon safety precaution, monsoon pre-safety plan, and there is importance to each and every activity considers and controls measures with good plannings of rainfall waters and how to dewatering at your workplace. So let us start. First we will consider about the welfare facility, because of welfare facility is very important for us, and which workers among workers working with your organizations, that time very important to who take preventive actions before rain. So mostly impact and affected of welfare facility. So we have considered make a plan, and like the labor camp. We will start the labor camp. What is the impact of labor camp? So first you have to consider about the shading system. If provided the GI shade, then check the top levels. There is no drop of waters during the rain. First, if any defective of GI sheet, if any defective of roof, then we can rectify them. After that, if you have provided already damaged GI sheet and old GI sheet, then you must provided the plastics, because of they can very helpful to you protect of one single drop from the damaged GI sheet. Second, damaged GI sheet. But during the apply the plastics and during the fixing of plastic on the top roof levels, there must be anchoring, proper binding, and with respect to safety. Second thing, near the first top is completed. After that, ground well PCC each and every room, and there is some bond wall. If near the places, near the area in lower level, then must be provided the bond wall in front of gate, and proper drainage system must be joined to every connectivity and every wing wise, and proper drainage make and with clear and tidily each and every times, and resource must be provided in front of river, in front of any pond. Then we can use that waters, because of rain water is very important to use. Maybe use of plot gardening, other things. If not possible to make some soak pit, so maybe maybe decompose in our grounds. Second thing is there mentions welfare. First, welfare means toilet. If you have provided toilet, proper shading system, there is null system proper should be arranged, because during the rain maybe your safety tanks will be fulfilled. So safety tank also must be height above the ground area, then unproperly covered. Otherwise, maybe if you have opens, that times rain waters fall and over tank will be over. So that times you have very critical conditions we can face that. So first you have reduced that monitoring that area. After that, every room is well PCC with the front of, there is must be provided how to where safety shoe all materials. So those are people working using at constructions project, like the safety shoe, safety belts and other things. Proper make a almirah and rack, shoe rack and others hanging positions, because of if you are not proper stacking, that may be defect and very difficult to face problem and working at height. So this is very important. And after that, electrical safety is most hazardous as activity, hazardous during the monsoon precautions. So safety precautions must be taken before rain. Proper shading system, proper grounding systems, proper insulation wire and proper equipments used, and proper emergency contact numbers also display. Fire extinguisher display, maybe in case of short circuit, then extinguish the fires at that time. This is very important. For as per your electricity act, safety must be considered during the rain. Also use of ELCB grounding and proper MCB which are required to provided, and possible to use of IP55 rating. They can protect of dust and water. So this is very important for you, and all workers and all electricians which are working with your organizations, that all are aware, that all must be know that monsoon is coming. So we have to take safety precautions. So first thing, welfare, drinking water. Drinking water is very important, because of some people, some places, some organizations, staffs not monitoring properly, they can open of drinking water. So we have to must provided shade systems, proper tapping systems, proper plumbing systems, that may be reduce of any unhygienic conditions near the water tanks. And also instructed to workers, if you are using of waters, then maybe must be hot waters, drink hot waters, normal hot waters. They may be helpful to health during the rain and during the monsoon uh, monsoon precautions. So this is very important to you and your workers. So first is welfare, electrical safety. After that, we are discuss about the some housekeeping. Housekeeping is very important at construction site. If you are stack many more construction materials, scrap of materials, stacking. If you have stacking more than 6 months, 5th month pending, that must be removed from site, because of if you are stacking, suppose that wooden, suppose that steels, that may be all may be damaged, or there is a possibility of snacks, possibility of others poisoning others animals. So we have to reduce that, and proper cleaning at each and every area where is not possibility to go, there is also must be removed, must be clean and tidy your workplace and your labor camps. This is very important. After that, we are discuss about the which area required to fall protections, required to rain protections. Suppose that your electricity, suppose that your building structures. If you are constructing a building fifth manzils and 10 floors, then we have to make a proper protections of rainwater near the staircase, near the any open shaft, near the passenger lift, near the electricals, DG offices, and each and every area must be protected from rain, so that can helpful to you slippery and any slippery slip trip fall hazards. So this is very important for you if you are taking safety measures on priority. Second thing is there mentions housekeeping also discussed. You know that you are also aware and you understood that housekeeping is very important. Use of 5S methodology also. Second thing we are discussing about the work at height. Work at height is very important. You know that this is a very hazardous activity if you are going to work more than 6 meter height and 1.8 meters height. This is very important to you if you are working in construction industry. So first falls before rain must be awareness, safety alerts regarding the monsoon safety precautions. All workers must be aware about those things. And if you are going to work at height, then safety precautions must be taken. Also, if falling the rain, that times all work must be stopped. Proper taking work permit systems, responsible staff, competency of workers which are working on construction site, medical fitness, and which are proper monitorings by the safety professionals, by the other supervisor, which are any workers not feel well, then we can instruct them, please take a rest, I will pay your some amounts that may be very useful to workers. So this is a importance for you, and we can take safety precautions work at height. After that, we are discuss about the health and hygienic. Health and hygienic very important. So if you are you must provide the proper waste management, dry waste and dry and wet waste must be considered. Proper dustbin should be provided. Sweepers must be provided. Toilets and urinal sponge cleaning on daily basis. Each and every workers must be aware about those things. Proper cleanings and some bleaching powders. We can apply the bleaching powders. Apply the phenyls, so they can reduce. And every weekly basis fogging on daily basis, and pest controls must be in every week, so they can reduce of mosquito, reduce of any unhygienic condition at your workplace. So health and hygienic also very important. Second thing, we are discuss about the dewatering systems. If you have any deep excavated pit and any water tanks, excavated area, and trench and drainage and offices and even surface, there must be plan of how to reduce, how to avoid those things before monsoon. So make a good plans. If you have any road access area, proper fill with backfilling must be considered, and compacted area, make a proper pathway for workers, make a proper road system of vehicle movement separate, and workers movement separate, and proper shading systems, barricading system provided above the area. Fall protections while entering in buildings, and proper communication, safety signages, safety posters must be displayed at construction project. Where is identify the rainwater fallings, and there is how much capacity, how how many digging, how many expected area is open, so must be barricaded near the area, and dewatering pump must be considered. If you have capacity of waters, how much waters fall, you know that in Pune 730 mm per average of rainfalls drop. So we can consider, so we can must calculations of waters, rainwaters, and how much our resources is there. Suppose that we are using we have we make suppose that we have approx 100 approx 500 liters 5,000 liters water scam fall, then how many dewatering pumps needed, so considers, and every expected and gravity area provided the water pump, so they can easily to remove waters on first priority and avoid any difficulty, any problems at your construction site. Second things, this is very important, and take safety precautions related to electricity and deployment of employ proper dedicated supervisor must be monitoring those things before rainwater, and everyone must be involvement and participate to how to reduce risk and hazards before coming rain. So this is very important. And after that, work at height means also considers if any loose GI sheet, if any small type of small types of loose GI sheet, loose material in front periphery of buildings, that must be removed, and proper barricading system should be provided at your workplace. That may be very helpful to you and avoid any materials falling from buildings, because I have faced that problems. When I was working with an organization, that times when GI sheet fly due to wind pressure is very high, and one person got injured due to sharp of GI sheet. So this is very important for you as a safety professionals, must be considered. Make a proper safety observations plan and distribute to which your supervisor, engineer, and highlighted that those all things for your management, so maybe help to you improvements at your workplace. So guys, this is a basic safety requirement. Second thing, electricity. If you have using tower crane, if you are using passenger lift and other things, must be considered. Lighting arresters, aviation lamp, and proper grounding and inspections must be done, and each and every electrical cables must be routed above the 7 foot height. If you are internal area, external area 6 meter high must be routed, because there is chances of vehicle movements and others things may be considered. So this is very useful to avoid any accidents and incidents. Second thing, emergency preparedness plan. If in case of any emergency happens at your workplace, how to handle that? How to handle that? How to these situations handle? So this is a first thing. So you are a familiar. So you all are a familiars at your construction project, because things before familiar, everyone's familiar. Then we can save human life. Because of safety, it must become in your heart. Otherwise, we cannot do anything, because of many people's not thinking safety is only for compliances. No, so safety must be everyone aware. So this is responsibility to all of us. So emergency preparedness plans, make emergency preparedness plan, and communication systems, and involvement of rescue teams, like that if you are working Then there is 5 type of emergency. First, rescue team. Second thing, firefighter team. Third is searching team, communications team, and assembly point coordinator teams, and first aider team. So must be resources must be considered, like the ambulance, 24 hours ambulance, nearest hospital tie-up letters, and first aider, qualified male nurse, and every weekly basis doctor visit must be at your workplace. That all our safety measures must be taken before rain, and everyone's aware about those things. Otherwise, this is not responsibility for only for single safety managers and other staff. This is responsibility for all us if, when our working in constructions industry. Thanks for guys my video.